We want to welcome you to Q&A with Doctors A and J, brought to you by Alterman and Johnson, Family Chiropractors. Hello, everybody. I'm Dr. Franca Alterman with Alterman and Johnson, Family Chiropractors. In today's installment of Q&A with Doctors A and J, we are continuing to bring you what we consider to be some of the most relevant elements of what we call the chiropractic lifestyle. And this is in order to help you gain some ideas and strategies to maintain and support your health and well-being. So in today's video, we have Molina Justiniano and Olivia Martinez. Hi, ladies. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you for having us.
So I want to just give a little bit of background about them, and then we're going to ask them to help us a little bit more. So both Molina and Olivia are birth doulas here in Jacksonville, Florida, and they are also placenta encapsulation specialists. And they created a group called the COVID-19 Pregnancy Support Group, which I can't wait to hear more about it. And this is one of the reasons we wanted you to be on one of our videos, because I think that you are lending such a beautiful support to a lot of our mamas in the community who are feeling very anxious about what's going on. And maybe you can also delve a little bit into what's going on in that arena. So Molina, how about if we start with you? If you could just tell us a little bit about yourself and your background, even about your family, and then tell us what is it that touched your heart to inspire you to do what you're doing today?
So as a birth doula, the reason why I changed into becoming a birth doula was because of my own births. I hear a lot of doulas becoming a birth doula because they experienced some negative things during their birth. I actually just had positive birth experiences, and I had a doula. So because I had a doula and I had the positive birth experiences, I decided to become one as well, because I just fell in love with helping these mamas out during their birth, just supporting them during their pregnancy with education and emotional support. It was just really great for me. So that was very inspiring. My own doula was very inspiring. And I also have 2 kids. So my daughter is 3, my son is 1. And both of them were natural births. So very positive experiences with both of them.
Okay, yes, that's awesome. Thank you, Molina. Olivia, how about you?
Yeah, so I have a little bit of a different story than most doulas. Like Molina said, I feel like a lot of women are inspired and transformed by their own birth, and that kind of leads them down the path to become a birth doula. But I was a doula actually before I went through the birth experience myself. I was told at a young age that I probably would never be able to have a natural pregnancy, and that I wouldn't be able to get pregnant. And so I really struggled with that in myself, and I was like, well, if I can't experience it myself, I'm going to help all these other women do that. And I loved it even before having my daughter. And then I just had my daughter Esmeralda. Esme is now 4 months old, and after my birth, I mean, obviously my passion for this has just grown so much. And yeah, I love what I do. I love doula work. I love placenta work. And especially now, I think that Molina came to me with the idea of this group and asking me to host it with her because of the pandemic. Obviously, with pregnancy, there's a lot of unknown to begin with, let alone in the middle of a pandemic. And that's why we wanted to come together to offer a support group that's available. It's free. We don't charge anything. It's on Zoom, and we try to do it weekly just so that way we can be here for all of those moms going through this stressful time. It's stressful to begin with, and we just want to make sure that they have every resource that they possibly could have.
Olivia, let me ask you a little bit more about that. What are some of the challenges that our pregnant mamas are going through right now because of the pandemic?
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are changing, and I think that everybody, because there's not a lot of research out there, so we're all just kind of taking what we get and just trying to go with the flow. So I know that a lot of moms their prenatal visits have changed. A lot of them are just now on the phone and not so much in person. And then the big one is obviously that they are now not allowing doulas in the birth room with families. So it's really just the mother and then the partner, which can cause a lot of stress on any expecting families. And that really just changes the whole dynamic of the birth experience itself. So I know that a lot of moms out there are really stressed out on top of their baby, their newborn, being born into a world where there is a crazy virus going on. There's a lot of stress on these poor moms.
Yeah. Melina, tell us a little bit about what your group, who is invited to your group, who can benefit from attending your group, and how are you reaching these mamas so that they know that you're doing this?
So the women who can benefit from our group is the women who are pregnant and due around the COVID-19 pandemic, because we are mostly bringing support and facts about this pandemic going on. So there are other, pregnancy groups around, but I felt that there was a lack of a specific group for the COVID-19 pandemic, because there was so much, so many worries going around this pandemic for pregnant women and so many changes. I felt that it was something good to, bring out and support these moms through all these changes. It's forever changing.
Absolutely. And what will be the format of the group? Will you be mostly giving information out, or is it more of a conversation with questions and answers, or how is it going to work out?
It's mostly conversation, and it is questions and answers, and always bringing out the facts to bring comfort to those moms. So there's a lot of things going around, and we base it mostly on facts. So we get our facts from evidence-based birth, for example. They're pretty up to date with everything going on with the pandemic and pregnancy and birth.
I think this is such a great thing that you guys are doing. Thank you for taking the time to do this, and thank you for even coming up with the idea, because like you said, there's not really anything that these moms can come together and discuss the fears and the anxiety that they're going through. So the amount of support that you can lend moms is really invaluable. Olivia, tell us how we can find you and how moms in our community can find you to join your group.
Yeah, so we have a Facebook event with a Zoom link. We've been using Zoom for all of our support groups just because we're practicing social distancing while still trying to connect as much as we possibly can. So face-to-face is really helpful to see other moms and other birth workers while we talk about all of these things. And so it is linked in Molina and I's Facebook accounts. And then in that event, we have the link for the Zoom, and we create a new event each time. And like I said, we've been trying to keep up with it. So we'll be doing it once a week.
Okay. When will it be?
Our next one is coming up this Thursday evening at 8 p.m. And so right before, around like 7 o'clock, Molina usually posts the link for the Zoom account.
Okay. And it's an hour long?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We also try to have other professionals on there. Like on Sunday, we had a midwife. We actually had like a previous L&D nurse that was there. And there was like 3 doulas on there as well helping out. So we try to have all these people with knowledge to bring, peace and comfort, even though we're not in that space right now,
Yes. Everybody is so far away from peace and comfort, and this is something that definitely you guys can help to bring to these moms. Okay, we will have all of the links to your Facebook pages on at the end of this video, so that for anybody who wants to get in touch with you or who wants to sign up, they can do so. I really want to thank you again for being here with us today on Q&A with Drs. A and J, and for what you're doing for our community. And I think I'm going to jump into one of your groups just to be there and to participate in any way that I can.
We would
Thank
love
you.
to have you.
That would be great.
Awesome.
Okay. So I am going to say goodbye now, and thank you again. I will see you guys very soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.